Welcome to Unlock Your Retirement, powered by the WealthKare Investment Center. We believe that investing in knowledge pays the best interest, especially when it comes to your retirement. On this program, our team of elite advisors will share a wide range of unique and powerful strategies designed to maximize your retirement finances and help you create a life of purpose and fulfillment. The time to unlock your ideal retirement is now. Let's get started.
Good morning and welcome to Unlock Your Retirement. I'm your host, Bruce Smith, and I'm here with my co-host, Christopher Heaster, our on-staff CFP professional and Director of Portfolio Design, and another gentleman who doesn't really need much of an introduction. He's been doing this show for decades, Bruce Smith III. Founder and president of our company and retirement expert. Today we're here to navigate some of the complexities of retirement and to discuss a little bit more about how to unlock a tax-free future. We're going to dive into some of the key myths about taxes in retirement that might be costing you thousands of dollars. I'll let you guys weigh in a little bit as well.
Often when we're sitting down with people, they see the pile of cash they're looking at, and they may or may not know how much they need to drive their lifestyle in retirement. But one of the key things they may not be taking into consideration is the role taxes are going to play on their withdrawals. So by building some tax-free monies for their planning, we're able to help offset those and maybe reduce or eliminate taxes in the future.
Yeah, and I mean, and the thing with taxes is that, most people out there, if you're out there listening, just ask yourself a simple question. Do I have a plan to significantly reduce or eventually eliminate income taxes during my retirement years? And if the answer to that is no, one of the reasons why is probably because, you don't have enhanced planning. You don't really have that next level of retirement planning, which is looking to manage all the things that are expenses that you incur in retirement that are not attributable to the lifestyle. I mean, if you want to spend more money and buy a Ferrari, that's one thing. But if you're buying a Ferrari for Uncle Sam, probably not a great idea. And we'd like to avoid that if at all costs. So, and I'm really excited that Bruce is taking the helm here and kind of running the show. So we're really excited about that.
All right. Well, thank you. First, we're going to dive in here. Our first myth that we're going to discuss today is that taxes won't have a major impact on my retirement. Chris, how often do you hear that one whenever we're sitting down with someone?
I think we hear more that people don't understand the impact it's going to have on their retirement. What taxes they have to pay, what taxes they don't have to pay, how taxes are kind of interwoven in every decision that you make during retirement. Bruce and I are Ed Slott elite advisors, or I'm an elite advisor, and Bruce III is a master elite advisor here with Ed Slott. And one of the quotes he came out, years ago were taxes were going to be the single reason that some people don't reach their retirement dreams. So they play a major impact, and you have to take it into consideration and have a plan and install that enhanced planning to make sure that, things are accounted for and also ways to eliminate them or reduce them in the future. I think we're sitting at, $35 trillion plus in debt. We have some of the lowest tax brackets we've seen in U.S. history. So putting an enhanced plan together now and taking advantage of what we know, could definitely help minimize that impact that taxes have on your retirement.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that goes with that is that, throughout your entire working lifetime, you went to work, you worked your hours, you got your paycheck, and they took out the taxes automatically. I mean, other than that initial meeting, with human resources, and they said, how many deductions do you have? And you filled out a form. Other than that, taxes are really an automated process for most of your entire lifetime. So, we're not used to being able to plan anything. It's just like that's what it is, and file our taxes each year, and we go on to the next year and the next year and the next year and repeat the process. Retirement, and I think the financial industry is guilty of this to a degree, is, whether you're dealing with a Wall Street firm, an insurance company, a bank, or even some of the governmental programs, they let you continue down that same path. And they don't stop and say, okay, let's talk about taxes. Instead they give you a disclosure that's a disclaimer on every website, every statement that says, we do not provide tax advice. But then they caution you. They say, but seek professional guidance before making transactions, because there are smart strategies that will help you keep more of your money and give less to Uncle Sam. So, really retirement is one of those things where you actually begin to open a door that says, I can plan for and I can manage the taxes during my retirement years that I couldn't do during my working years. It's one of the greatest opportunities out there, and I think it's one that most people miss, and they forfeit hundreds of thousands of dollars in many cases that otherwise could have remained in their accounts by paying unnecessary taxes.
Right. And as we've gone through the processes in the past few years, just watching the impact that taxes have had on a retirement, if someone will sit down and look at what their current plan will do for the remainder of their working years through retirement, there are so many ways to save hundreds of thousands of dollars if you're able to properly manage it, and basically by using enhanced planning and taking your plan to the next level. So we're going to move on to our next myth here, which is that you will be in a lower tax bracket once you're in retirement. It sounds logical, right? Dad, what are your thoughts on this?
We hear this one all the time. Is that people, they'll have conversations, and both advisors and consumers, they'll have conversations, and they always want to look at the sunny side of retirement. It's like, well, I'll be in a lower tax bracket. And there's been a big change in taxes over the years, where it used to be you had a tax bracket, and that was the only thing you really worried about tax-wise in retirement. But the government has gotten pretty sneaky, in that now we have layers and layers and layers and layers of taxes. So you have your tax bracket, plus you have the taxes on Social Security, plus you have the Medicare surcharge. You have all of these things that cost additional money, again, that are not lifestyle expenses. So, when you say you're in a tax bracket, the reality is what is that bill look like? And that's the thing I think we're most excited about at WealthKare, and we've gotten very good at it. I think we're one of the few firms that do it, is if you want to take your retirement to the next level, there's two questions that I think you should be asking. Number one is, what does my lifetime retirement income tax bill look like? Instead of projecting how much your account's going to be worth as far as just the investments, what does that bill look like? What's the price tag? When you walk up to a car, what do they have on the window? The window sticker. Here's what this car costs. Here's retail price. Do people pay retail price, other than through COVID and everything? No, it's negotiable. And the same thing happens with taxes. So if the tax bill is, let's say it's $500,000 over 30 years of a retirement lifetime, and you found out that, you could have planning that would reduce that to $300,000. That's a $200,000 savings of money you get to keep in your account. It also gets to stay there and continue to grow instead of giving it to Uncle Sam over time. So, will you be in a lower tax bracket? I think we get lost in those conversations. Chris, what do you think about that?
Oftentimes, when you retire, it's not like your lifestyle expenses go down. So, yeah, you might be needing a little bit less because you're not paying Medicare taxes, or in the wonderful state of Pennsylvania, you don't have state taxes on it on your retirement
Something
income.
good for taxes in Pennsylvania?
Hey, it's one of the beautiful parts about living here.
My God. And Pennsylvania, I think, was the 6th largest concentration of retirees in America.
Yeah.
Who knew?
But we often hear when we're planning with clients, they're young when they first retire. Hey, these are the years I want to do some things that I've put off, while I was working. So, their lifestyle expenses may even creep up, and that will keep you in the same tax bracket as you were when you were working. And as you progress through retirement, you're going to have required minimum distributions, maybe Medicare surcharges, or even just extra health insurance that you're not paying for because your employer has been paying for it. So there's other things that might help keep you in that same tax bracket. So you don't want to just default to say, hey, I'm definitely going to be in a lower tax bracket when I retire.
So we have a lot of takeaways there, but mostly you need to have a tax strategy in place before you retire. That's kind of the key here.
And if you're already retired, it's not too late.
Correct. Yeah. So, well, thank you very much, gentlemen, for the insight on that one. Now, we're going to go to myth 3, which is you should move to a tax-friendly state.
Yeah, this one is a little misleading. If you go online and you put in tax-friendly states for retirement, the ones they'll typically give you are Alaska. I'm not hitting. Alaska's beautiful, but I'm not retiring there. Florida, the other extreme. You got Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, and Washington State, along with Wyoming, do not have income tax for their residents. Now, that's their normal income tax. But notice we didn't mention Pennsylvania, but Pennsylvania does not have an income tax for retirement income. So, be careful what you see on the internet. There may be more information out there. That's why it's good to work with an advisor.
If you'd like to learn a little bit more, you can visit unlock12.com, unlock12.com, or give us a call at 888-888-5601 for your 20-minute complimentary discovery call.
Thank you for joining us on Unlock Your Retirement, powered by the WealthKare Investment Center. Ready to take the next step? Download your free ebook at unlockfreebook.com and learn how to reduce market risk, lower your retirement taxes, and maximize your lifetime retirement benefits. For expert guidance, connect with one of WealthKare's elite advisors by calling 888-888-5601 or visit unlockyourretirement.com. Don't miss our next episode of Unlock Your Retirement, where your financial future takes center stage.
And now the part that the attorneys love.
Fee-based financial planning and fiduciary services are offered by WealthKare.com Inc., a Pennsylvania-based investment advisor. Tax-free refers to federal income tax treatment only and may not apply to state, local, or specialized taxes. Tax impact varies by individual and should be considered before transactions. Case studies are hypothetical and do not guarantee results. Recommendations are based on each client's unique data. WealthKare and Bruce Smith are not affiliated with the Social Security Administration or any government agency. All content is informational and should not be used for financial decisions. Unauthorized use is prohibited.